Hello you guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 14. So today it is kind of like a special edition of this. This video is for my sister. Shout out to you. You know who you are, Tara. Hi, how's it going? My sister has been looking into starting meal prepping, and there's a lot of things about meal prepping that not a lot of people know. And if you do know, and you Google it, it's just thrown at the masses for you. So what I'm going to do today is, and by the way, I am no expert in meal prepping. I'm no expert. Me and my husband, we do meal prep, but like I said, I'm no expert. I don't go all out like all the other people do. I just make stuff to my heart's content, and my way is pretty easy and pretty simple. So today's video is going to be showing you guys steps, tips and tricks, stuff that you can buy, basically stuff that you can buy for meal prepping. Okay, you guys, I am here at the Dollar Tree. Before I go into the Dollar Tree and give you guys some little tips and tricks there, I wanted to go over what you should be eating, and what you could be containing with food. So not everyone knows that there are five different things that you need to get for your food for meal prepping. So how I break it down into 5 simple categories. Grains, which could consist of bread. I would do whole wheat bread, whole grain brown rice, or whole grain white rice, and oats. I usually stick to those 3 because those are kind of like my go-to. Veggies and fruits, you want to have at least 1 cup of veggies and fruits a day. Any type of dairy, so like milk or cheese, like a little bit of cheese, it goes a long way, and make it like light and skim. And then last but not least, your protein. Protein is a very big thing. You can do like a hard-boiled egg for protein. Granted, it's not a lot of protein versus like chicken or fish or something like that, but you definitely want to get your protein in there. So I always break it down like that. I always get my grains, veggies, fruits, dairy, and protein. Now, when you're cooking for food, you want to make it a variety of food. So don't just go for the things that you think are healthy. Like, you want to make it like a super variety. So say if one day you wanted to meal prep for yourself, you're gonna get stuff that you like to eat. So me personally, I would get chicken, brown rice, strawberries, and grapes, and I would get a little bit of almond milk, and yeah, I think I said all of them. So I would get that, and those would be for like my lunches, and I would cook the chicken in the oven and bake it off in the oven, and that's what I would do personally. And then the next week I might be feeling fish, so I might go back for like the same grain, and I might say, okay, I need some rice for this again, but instead I'm gonna get like some tilapia, or I'm gonna get some salmon, and I'm gonna cook the salmon in the oven, and then I would get like some I would get some like baby squash or, you know, stuff like that, and then, you know, get my fruits in that day as well. So you want to make it a variety. And the thing that I have learned is when you're making food for your meal prepping, you only want to make it for at least 4 days. And I kind of learned, because I was like, why not just make it for a week? I learned that you want to make stuff that will stay fresh in your fridge for that week. So, I mean, you can get airtight containers and stuff like that, but after a while, like, it's gonna start to be repetitive, and you're gonna want to start to like not eat it. So I always recommend starting on day 1. I prepare my stuff on Sunday. That way I have everything from Monday through Thursday. That way there's 4 days there, and then I stop there, and then on Friday I use my Friday for my prep cooking day, and then I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I usually cook through there. And then I start back on Sunday with cooking for the 4 days out of the week. You could cook like you could take a Sunday and cook on Sunday, and you could add in an extra meal for Friday. That way you have the meals for the week, and then on Saturday and Sunday you can just cook for everyone, and then on Sunday you can make your meals on that day. A lot of people just get foods that they think are healthy. So like people will get like tomatoes or zucchini and stuff like that. And you can do that, yes, you can, but after a while it's going to get completely old. And you're not gonna like meal prepping, because it's gonna get old. You're gonna be like, oh, I have to get the same sad fruits and vegetables. No, you do not have to. Get vegetables, get fruits, get chicken, get fish, get foods that you like to eat. Because if you don't get foods that you like to eat, you're gonna get sick of meal prepping like ASAP. So all of the recipes are so different and so cost effective. If you do it right, you could get everything you need for meal prepping just under $60. How I do it is I usually buy rice in bulk. So I usually get like a huge bag of rice and just make it when I need it. So coming down this aisle, I see a lot of water bottles. These are great for little kids if you are on a budget. They're so great for little kids. This is like a little trash compactor, which is so cute. And you have all of these water bottles, and here they are. Okay, so for kids, these are great. There is Paw Patrol for girls and for boys. There's also Elsa, and then Anna and Elsa for little kids. And they also have little sandwich containers as well. These are great for kids who are like packing their lunch, and when you're on the go, you can just pop these in the fridge the night before and then just pop them in their lunch pails. So cute. And if they're at home, you have these divided trays. I love these trays because you do get a lot of different variety with them. You have mini, and then Anna and Elsa, PJ Masks, Paw Patrol, more Paw Patrol, etc. And sometimes you find gold mines like this. This is just a little set. It's got a knife and fork. They're plastic, and then it is just it's just this container that you can hold your like brown rice and chicken, and then you can have over here like a trail mix or like fruit and vegetables and stuff. This is a great find, and it's super inexpensive. It's only $1, and they come in pink, blue, and green, and purple. So they come in a variety of colors too. So if you wanted to get one for each of the days, do it. Okay guys, they have a ton of these Betty Crocker bowls. It's a set of 2 for storage for little trail mixes and Like, you can use these for trail mixes, you can use them for dried fruits, veggies, fruits, anything like that for kids and for you. Okay guys, here's something that I have in my own house. You can use these to store your grains. So I use these to store my rice, my oats, my sometimes bread, but I usually use this to store like cereal and like oats and stuff like that. These are a great buy. They are 6.7 cups that you could fill this up with, and they're super inexpensive. They're for $1, but they work really great. I usually put also my sugar, flour, confectioner sugar, everything in here. So these are a great investment. We have stacks upon stacks upon stacks of bins and stuff. And okay, so these bins, I actually prefer these right here. I actually prefer these. They have a bunch of holes for ventilation, and they're open at the top. So in here you could put, and this is like for the kids' lunches. So if you had kids and they were making lunches and everything, you could get like 3 or 4 of these. You could fill one of them up with like sandwiches, like pre-made sandwiches. You could fill one up with fruits, one up with vegetables, and then one up with drinks. So this is a really, really, really good find. And I would recommend maybe even putting like a label or taking a Sharpie and just writing it right here. Drinks, sandwiches, you know, snack, fruits, vegetables, you know, stuff like that. This would be a great idea. Mainly the reason for all of the container and the storage is because you do want to stay organized. You definitely don't want to go into this unorganized, because if you do go into it unorganized, you're gonna feel unorganized, and it's not gonna be what you thought it was. So definitely go into it super organized and super creative. Okay guys, so right now what I'm going to share with y'all is I'm going to share with you some recipes, and I'm going to talk about some recipes that I usually do for my meal prepping. So first and foremost, the first recipe that I do is the 1-pan chicken bake. So with that, I will take 2 big chicken breasts and season them to my liking. And then on either side, I will take 2 or 3 different vegetables depending on what I want. And then I will do either potatoes or, you know, something like that. And I will season them all to my content. So I'll have the chicken in the middle, a vegetable, another vegetable, and then like potatoes or something if I want potatoes, or I'll just do 4 vegetables. And you're going to season all of them however you like, and then you're going to pop them into a 400-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. And once you get everything out, depending on what your base is, which is either potatoes, rice, I do either potatoes, rice, or you can do noodles too if you want to do noodles, but potatoes or rice, or if you wanted to make like a sandwich out of it, use some bread. And then I will package that up. I will put them all into different containers. If I have a 2-compartment container, I will put fruits and fruits on the side. That way I have all of my grains, protein, my veggies, and maybe put like a little bit of cheese on top, you know. I will put all of that in one side of the container, and then in the other side I will put like fruits, like different mixture of fruits and or like nuts and stuff like that. And that would be a whole meal. If I was not doing that, if I was not doing a 2-compartment kind of thing, I would be putting my mixture into one part of I would put my mixture into one container, and then into little smaller containers, or even like sandwich bags. I would put in fruit, trail mix, there's a lot of snacky stuff like pretzels, pop chips. Pop chips are really good to snack on, just different things like that. And another recipe that I really love doing is I like making homemade Lunchables. And I'm a big kid at heart, so I love Lunchables. I still eat them to this day, but I know, obviously, that not a lot of the stuff in the Lunchables are healthy or would be even considered food. So I like to make my own homemade Lunchables. So what I would add in is I would add in some crackers. That would be my grain. I would add in some cheese, little like slices of cheese. It can be any kind of cheese that you want, your favorite kind of cheese. I would do lunch meat, so like the lunch meat that you would buy in bulk. Excuse me. I would just cut some of that up and use some of that, or you can even use fresh cooked like boiled chicken. I would do that as well. A little bit of a treat, so like maybe like a small Kit Kat or something like that. And then I would throw in the fruits and the vegetables. So raw fruits, raw vegetables, carrots, zucchini, squash, cucumbers, whatever you and your child like. I recommend doing strawberries, bananas, you know, and you can even freeze some of the fruit as well. So if you wanted to freeze it, you could pop it in the freezer and then pull it out whenever you need it. Put it into like a little cup and then put it into their lunch if you wanted to do that. And if they have like lunch later in the day, put it into their lunch. And it would act as a cooler for their lunch to keep everything cool, since there's dairy and there's cheese in there, and it would keep everything cool for you, and you don't have to worry about it, and they can just kind of gnaw on the fruit once it thaws out. So I love doing that as well. I also love having things in my fridge in containers that show what it is. So with the stuff before with the containers, I would put in one container pre-made sandwiches and have like ham and turkey written on them, like an H or a T written on them, so that your kids know, oh, I want a ham sandwich. Okay, so you grab the one that has an H on it. It helps with their letters, and it helps them be more independent from you guys to pick out their own lunch and what they feel like they would want in their own lunch. Have a selection of fruit on hand. Have oranges, baggy up some grapes, baggy up some strawberries, baggy up some carrots, baggy up some cucumbers, zucchini. It's a good way to get them to try new vegetables and new fruits, and they feel like they're in control because they picked it out. And then also have a juice, and then tell them that they can pick one treat. They can pick like pretzels or popcorn or something like that, but make sure they're treats that you know that are healthy that you're giving them, which is what I love to do. And same thing goes for you guys, you know. I do the same thing for myself. If I feel like I want to have like a little Lunchable, I will take out a plate and I will grab whatever sandwich that I made, and then I will grab a fruit, a vegetable, and I will grab a snack, and that'll be my lunch, and it fills me up quickly. And then if I am feeling a little hungry later, I'll just grab a small snack like popcorn, or maybe some more carrots or something like that. So there are a lot of different recipes and stuff that I would love to share with you guys. If you want me to go into like an in-depth video of recipes and me cooking them and showing you guys how to cook them, I would be more than willing to do that. Just comment down below or give this video a thumbs up. And let's say if this video gets to 50 thumbs ups, I will do that video. Also comment down below if you guys have any tips and tricks for my sister, for me, for meal prepping, and you know, just leave the comments down below. All of my social media will be down below: Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, it is a life worth fighting for. See you guys tomorrow.